A student of the Birla Institute of Technology and Science at Pilani, Raghav Mimani is the recipient of the Green Globe Award in the category Youth Unite for Voluntary Action. As the General Secretary of the Students' Union and his university, Raghav has been proactively involved with industry projects. It is this leadership role that he believes awakened his green conscience.
But I think the major profound impact which got me interested towards environment was when I came over to BITS Pilani and, given my interest and aspiration for entrepreneurship, joined this center called Center for Entrepreneurial Leadership. I thought that whatever definitions of growth we are having right now, it has to include something called environment factor as well in it, and hence I started building up my perceptions and perspectives into how we can best merge business as usual theory as well as include sustainable development in terms like climate change into it.
In December 2008, having been selected as a grassroots fellow, Raghav embarked on a road trip to the Nilgiri mountains spread across Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. The idea was to document the plight of the thousands rendered home as a result of the Mudumalai Tiger Reserve extension executed by the state government. The visit also focused on exploring the environmental impact of the now cancelled 900 crore rupee Indian Neutrino Observatory. Raghav believes that this experience shaped his perspective on the power of youth to lead change.
I had strange realizations during my grassroots road trip. For once was when we were in a village called Chembarkauli, and it was a tribal village, and a tribal village is completely different from what villages we have generally in the cluster from of North India. And it was one house surrounded by 67, 68 various different varieties of plants, and they talked about them being more sustainable and climate driven as compared to a lot of urban folks.
Earlier this year, Raghav was selected for the first NMC World Youth Meeting for Sustainable Future 2010 in Bari, Italy, where over 1,000 participants from across the globe came together to discuss sustainable development solutions. Raghav was also selected for the South American Business Forum 2008 in Buenos Aires, Argentina. He also represented India at the International Student Week 2009 in Ilmenau, Germany.
Environment basically also happened because of the kind of media hype it has been getting for the last 2 years, everyone talking about climate change, and I got so that we cannot have growth and we cannot have aspirations without including this term called environment factor in it. And this environment factor changes a lot of the dynamics, because whatever we are having till now is something the industrial growth of the 18th century, and hence we have to form something which is new and which is also addressing our needs.
In February of 2010, Raghav was selected for the Yuva Meet 2010, which focused on understanding climate change through the social glass. This was organized as a special subsidiary event for the Delhi Sustainable Development 2010. Over 200 participants selected from across the country competed in various activities, after which 8 candidates were shortlisted for the award. Raghav bagged the award for his proactive involvement in environmental initiatives.
I was having this conversation with one of my friends, Yash, about social class view of climate change, entrepreneurship, environment and the sustainable development, in the middle of which he told me about this conference called Yuva, which is happening in Delhi, and it is organized by Terry, and about the essays which is to be written for it, and it being a very good platform to go and meet other people of our own age doing the same thing. So I applied for it and wrote an article about what my involvement about environment has been, as well as what institutes will I be wanting to work with who are working presently in environment. And so I got selected through, and when I went over there I got to meet around 200 people, and I also got to know that they were selected from, apart from the essay, from various regional conferences which Terry had organized, and it was a brilliant 2 days spent.
That brings us to the end of this week's episode of the Green Globe Foundation Awards series. Join us next week as we put together more passionate stories of vision and determination of people who are leading India's environmental journey.